The Global Business and Spending Outlook for 2017 is a survey by American Express. It covers CFOs of large companies, typically over $500 million in revenue across the globe. An annual survey, it always comes up with interesting and deep insights into what is making the finance heads either celebrate or worry. The India-specific insights bring interesting trends to the fore. Here in this short interview with ET CFO, Saru Kaushal, Vice President and General Manager Global Corporate Payments American Express, shares some of the findings from the latest survey which was done in 19 countries with over 600 plus companies.
One thing that stands out is that the sentiment to invest more has come out as an all-time 10-year high.
Really?
By CFOs around the globe. 77% of CFOs continue to feel that the investments will go up, moderate or substantial. How does that compare to many of their peers? If I draw a comparison to Australia and Asia, this is a positive sentiment that the Indian CFO has given. That's one key finding that has come out. Another key finding that's come out is the CFO is very keenly looking at expanding the operations outside of India as well. So export earning is becoming a key factor. 47% of Indian CFOs said that we don't want to only rely on domestic consumption. We also want to make sure that we get earnings from outside of India. The third very interesting finding that came out this year, and that's something that I haven't seen before in any of the surveys, is that in addition to thinking about process efficiency and working capital, which always plays on the mind of the CFO. So for example, this year 60% CFOs came back and said working capital efficiency is critical. But the one score that I saw dial up substantially is focus on customer service. So the subtext that came out in this was a lot of CFOs are saying that with digital acquisition and with our products now being increasingly used by millennials, it is becoming increasingly important for our brand loyalty for this new age consumer to be built around not just the core features and benefits, but also how well I deliver a frictionless customer journey. So the whole digital ecosystem, how much should we invest in IT, how much should we within that invest in mobile technology, how much should we invest in hardware, software, that whole ecosystem is coming out as a huge difference versus what we have seen as a trend for last year. The CFO continues to keenly look at finding ways to solve for working capital and cash flow problems. Within that, 61% of the Indian CFO also said that not just solving for working capital through long-term loans, which typically come on the back of hypothecating either a property or bill discounting or other goods and services that the organization is producing. The CFO is preferring to be able to use unsecured short-term lending opportunity from a 30, 60, 90-day period. That came out as a very interesting insight. And when I draw a comparison to what the Indian CFO is thinking about it vis-a-vis his counterparts, we see that 46% of global CFOs and 43% of CFOs in Asia and Australia have come up with this as a need, vis-a-vis 61% of the Indian CFO coming back and saying that short-term funding or unsecured short-term funding is an important play.